Questions for reflection. Hannah, a holy woman of sincere faith, was barren. She prayed earnestly and devoutly, so devoutly that the priest Eli, when he saw her lips moving as she prayed in the temple, thought she might be drunk. She made a vow to the Lord that if he gave her a son, she would dedicate him to the service of the Lord. The Lord heard the prayer of her heart, and she conceived a son and named him Samuel, which means in Hebrew, God has heard. He grew to become a prophetic figure for Israel and the last of the judges. In this passage from the book of Samuel, we hear this excerpt proclaimed. She fulfilled the vow and gave her son Samuel to Eli the priest to be dedicated to the Lord's service. We live in an age where children are often treated as property or objects of use, for example, as in every procured abortion. Yet every child is created in the image of God and has a fundamental dignity and right to life. How many great leaders have we lost through the evil of abortion on demand? As we approach the celebration of the birth of the Word, the second person of the Blessed Trinity, as a baby in a manger, do we recognize the fundamental right to life? Do we welcome every child as an irreplaceable gift of God? For our response, we hear the powerful prayer of praise and worship offered by this holy and devout woman named Hannah. She offers a sacrifice of praise and thanksgiving to the Lord who heard her prayer and gave her a son. It is her hymn of praise, but it's also a great lesson for all of us. It shows us how to praise and pray in our own lives. Do we offer the Lord praise and worship for his majesty and sovereignty over our lives? Do we take time every single day to give him an extended hymn of praise from our hearts? The word Eucharist means thanksgiving. One way we can do this is to attend Holy Mass daily whenever possible. But even when it's not, we can cultivate the habit of praise and worship. Are we doing this? Our gospel passage is Mary's prayer of praise to God. Even more than the prayer of Hannah, it is the perfect model of a prayer of praise and worship. The Catechism of the Catholic Church addresses Mary in prayer. It does so by instructing the faithful on just how Mary prayed. Mary still prays. She has a special role in the plan of salvation and is a model for all Christians. And I quote, Mary's prayer is revealed to us at the dawning of the fullness of time. Before the incarnation of the Son of God and before the outpouring of the Holy Spirit, her prayer cooperates in a unique way with the Father's plan of loving kindness. At the Annunciation, for Christ's conception. At Pentecost, for the formation of the church, his body. In the faith of his humble handmaid, the gift of God found the acceptance he had awaited from the beginning of time. She, whom the Almighty had made full of grace, responds by offering her whole being. Behold, I am the handmaid of the Lord, let it be done to me according to your word. Fiat. This is Christian prayer, to be wholly God's, because he is wholly ours. And it continues, the gospel reveals to us how Mary prays and intercedes in faith. At Cana, the mother of Jesus asked her son for wine at a wedding feast. At the wedding of the Lamb, he gives his body and blood at the request of the church, his bride. It's at the hour of the new covenant, at the foot of the cross, that Mary is heard as the woman, the new Eve, the true mother of all the living. That is why the Canticle of Mary, the Magnificat, is the song both of the Mother of God and of the Church, the song of the daughter of Zion and of the new people of God, the song of thanksgiving for the fullness of graces poured out in the economy of salvation, and the song of the poor whose hope is met by the fulfillment of the promises made to our ancestors, to Abraham and his posterity forever. Have we made the prayer of Mary our own prayer?